Fit again, and hello, it's Fo, and welcome back to Ted Minka's Collection Adventure! As always, we're going to pick up where we left off from. We're doing a bit of rearranging, organising all our stuff. We've managed to get up some walls, give us more space internally to pop up shelving and paintings and things. So as always, we're going to try and rearrange all our furniture and all our bizarre objects. Try and find the best layout and arrangement. But at least we've got the space that we can rearrange things now. Been struggling for quite a while to try and fit all our wall objects. So yeah, we're gonna do plenty of rearrangement. We want this space to be Millie's bedroom, essentially. She can recharge anywhere, you know, on any sofa. One of many sitting places that we've got. I think it's only right that we give her her own space. It's gonna be a while yet before we consider dating, marriage and procreation for Ted, so in the meantime may as well give Millie all the things that we would give an actual daughter. We've still got so much furniture in our household inventory. I would like to get the karaoke machine out and get that on the go. Been sitting in there for ages, so hopefully we've got enough space that we can rearrange things. It's weird seeing Patchy in the house. I think what's happened, we've changed the back door, but we have to go into the options for that back door and say that Patchy's not allowed in. Supposed to be a scarecrow that lives outside, not someone who ignores the garden and just comes inside and plays your computer games and stuff. That's not what you're here for. Yeah, it was odd. It's always odd when Ted's dressed as Patchy and then all of a sudden there's actual Patchy. You're like, wait a minute, which one's which? I tell that Ted's got the fame sparkles coming off him. If he wasn't famous, yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell which one was which just by looking at them. So yeah, we'll have to go into the options for the back door and say that he's not allowed in. Banish him back out to the garden. Sneaky devil that he is. Yeah, the front room's coming together nice. There never seems to be a good space for this treadmill. Where to seem to put it? It's sticking out like you're going to trip over that. Yeah, so we're going to lock the door once Patchy's on the outside of it. This bin's another thing. It only takes up one tile, but like finding the right place for it that looks the best is seemingly a struggle. Love this light and the way it illuminates the space around it. There's no good space for this either. It kind of has to sit right in the middle of the room. Don't know if that could be better used. A table and chairs or something. Yeah, we'll get there with the rearrangement. We take a break from our Extreme Makeover Home Edition to do some rock climbing and then some knitting. Still got some skills to get. Also want to make sure that all our objects are usable after we move things around. Get Ted to finish off his book. The sequel to Pat the Honey Badger. just do some minor tidying up while he's writing away there. Even though moving something from the table has messed it up. Kicked him off his game. Yeah, there's more of these aliens to get at some point. So, yeah, I need to make more space for them. Yeah, the live ones are definitely better than the dead ones in a jar. That's no fun, it's pretty grim. Much like the stray animals in the game, I'm not quite sure whether they're... kind of ruins the utopian feel of it. So yeah, we'll try and set up, get some things into Millie's room. We'd love to have the karaoke machine out. Have to move things around to try and find the best space for it, because it is pretty big. Maybe try and fit it through in this back room. Won't be much space for anything else. Definitely dominate this little space. It will fit here. You can tuck away the treadmill. Is that the best arrangement for it? Doesn't look great, you know. So to squeeze past the karaoke machine if you want to use the treadmill. It's not very fun trying to run when you're away in a corner. I'm happy we've got space for paintings. That's the main thing, that we can rearrange all the paintings. Get them set out in a more efficient way. They're taking up less overall space. Got this big TV that we should have wall space for now. I'll try and pop it opposite the karaoke machine, but I already don't like the placement of the karaoke machine. Give it to Millie for her room. There's a couple of chairs we can maybe get next to the dance floor, as long as we leave space that we can walk through. Like when you're tired boogieing, you can have a little seat. And yeah, the bed and the dresser. Normal sort of bedroom stuff. And we'll get it all repairioed. On to our next book. Yeah, rearrangement and tidying up. That's the name of the game. At some point we'll have to lose our tiny home status when we run out of space. We'll have to expand the basement. Use the old under what conditions to get a nice 2,500 simoleons. Add it to our massive stack of money. Yeah, once you get a money tree, money gain shoots through the roof. There's no way you can really spend it under the normal course of things. Even if you were expanding and buying loads of stuff out the build buy, you find it hard to go bankrupt. So we'll do a little fizzing. See if we can get some award-winning fizz. And we're going to try out this bed, make sure it works. Yeah, this room's coming together nicely. Not sure we'll leave the rodent tank in there. Not as visible, easier to forget about, I think, if it's tucked away and it's not out in one of the hallways, you know. So yeah, we'll rearrange our paintings, our larger prints, and wall shelves. Now that's a good placement. Yeah, I think that's going to be the karaoke machine's forever home. Fits that space really nicely. Yeah, the home design and the interior decorating it's one of the more appealing parts of the game. But yeah, it's pretty challenging doing it with a limited number of tiles. Normally what I would do would just be keep expanding the basement forevermore, making it bigger and bigger every time I needed more space for something. It's like 20 rooms in a basement, each dedicated to a different function or whatever. That's more my style. But we'll try and hang on to our tiny home bonuses as much as possible. Once we've got all the skills done, then I don't think it's going to matter much anymore. At that point we can sacrifice it. So we've got a milestone complete, we're on the next stage of it. Got to write 3 bestsellers. Doing our Winterfest things. Seems like it was Winterfest just a moment ago. Comes around faster and faster every year. Get the grand meal cooked. There isn't some leftovers. Let's cook some more. We'll never go through it all if we're cooking multiple portions for the grand breakfast or the grand turkey or the tofu urki or whatever it's called. You can probably make it last for quite a while. That's not so great. Managed to bust up the cooker. Just like the old days when we were magically duplicating them instead of fixing them. Classic flamethrower cooker. Call it a grand meal. Don't think that's what helps trigger the gold. I think it's eating a portion of it and finishing it. No one's come in because servos don't eat food. Yeah, at some point we'll maybe allow a real human to join us on a lot, but not yet. So we're going to replace our DJ booth, much like we did with our climbing wall last episode. Because they were broken, and yeah, they weren't fixable magically or normally. So I think it's fair we can splash out and just directly purchase them. Once we've unlocked them, we've purchased them once. But hopefully the way we've set up our roofing, the extended awning's gonna protect them from the elements. We're not gonna suffer them getting broken again. So we get called over at the Magic Realm, do a bit of dueling. We'll lose the normal one, but like a pool hustler, we then go on to win all the ones for artifacts that are important. Sure, he lost that first one on purpose to lure them into a false sense of security. Back, try to do some rearranging. Get our pipe organ tucked away. Can move our bookshelf over. See if we've got space for... Yeah, we're not going to be able to fit the bulkier 2x2 object in there. So probably go back to just putting the bookshelf where it was. These fitness items seem to be a pain in the butt. Try to find a good space for them. So the workbench thing is 2x2. A little bit awkward shape. Try and fit in a corner somewhere. It's quite tall and you can't have shelving or anything above it. And the treadmill just seems to be just a pain to try and put it somewhere that seems sensible. Because you'd want to have a little bit of space around you that you're not going to go flying off it straight into a wall. If it's up against a wall, you can't really swing your arms around like you'd want to do. It definitely needs more space. But where that space should be, yeah, not quite sure. So switch back to our master maker now that we've got our insect farm. We're going to feed and nurture our beasties. We can license a custom mix. Pick up our mail. Get up to level 7 acting. Just working on these skills that we need to get finished. Love the fiery rock climbing, but yeah, we can only do it for a little bit before it needs a break. Don't want to overdo it and get burned to death. Yeah, we're not going to motive trials. Launch a lifestyle brand. I have no idea what it does, but hey, it's only 300 simoleons. Presume it's another thing to maintain our fame. Don't know other than that what it gets us. Can purchase some climbing gear. I think now that we've got a certain level of rock climbing, we can do that. I think we need that for ascending to the peak of Mount Komorebi. So we're going to go through and pick a bunch of random options for this. Don't know what is the best thing to pick. I've never done this before. Good if we could have some mystical wellness accessories, but I don't know if you can combine these things together. No, it seems like you can only pick one of them. Like magical shades that make you feel relaxed. Like, why can't we combine everything together? People would buy that stuff. So we've got a duplicate masterpiece. We're gonna get that sold. Yeah, found a couple. That'll give us more space. Probably haven't done them all. I'm not going to look up how many there is to do. We're not going to try and get a masterpiece version of one of each painting. It's definitely taking it too far. The game's not going to recognize us for it. So we're going to get back on our shelf craft, crafting our wall shelves to house more of our collectibles. Gonna get more microscope samples and sell off duplicate fossils and crystals. Try and get some of this tat out of our inventory, save us needing to scroll through it all the time. Spare orbs. Got a cool raven, we can maybe actually use this familiar. Steel. It's a cool name for a raven. So I think the magical raven will protect us from magical overload and death to magical sources. Can you believe this? Patchy is just a dude. He's got tired of us dressing up as Patchy. And he's like, well, I'll show you. I can dress up as Ted. So I don't know if that's like a glitch in the game or just the power of Ted's fame. He obviously influences people in their style. You see a lot of people wearing the same jacket as Ted. So I don't know if the game's lost its mind or if that's what's happening. He's been influenced. But we'll come back next time, pick up where we left off from. until then, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.